Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Judy Tuttle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midland, Texas, and I'm so glad to have you here with me tonight. I'm going to make sure that everything is loading on my computer the way it should, so that everyone can see me out there. When you come on, please introduce yourself and let us know when you're from. It's always fun to see people popping in from all over the United States and sometimes all over the world. So let me know you're here. Chat with me during my Facebook Live. I love that. And I have my computer right over here so I can see you. And your chats when you say something to me, and sometimes I don't see them right away, so don't get offended if I don't recognize if you have put a comment in my chat, because sometimes my computer doesn't roll up as fast as it could. So thank you for joining me. We are winding down Christmas, aren't we? Like, it is just a few weeks away, and as crafters, like, we're on that final stretch, right, of trying to get everything. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining me. Everything done before the holidays. So I have a little mystery stamping project for you today. Hopefully, if you look down in a little bit farther down on my Facebook page, you can see what you need, but we'll talk about that again in just a minute. Before we get to what we're doing for our mystery project today, I want to talk to you about an upcoming class. We are doing a birthday mega class. You'll make 8 cards plus a calendar that you can set on your desk, and you can highlight dates and you know when you need to get a birthday card out, which is super fun. I will be using the Year to Celebrate stamp set, and this time the stamp set is included in the price of the class, okay? So you're going to make 8 cards, you're going to make a desk calendar, and you're going to get this stamp set included in that class, okay? I will put the link to that class in the description after I'm done with my Facebook Live today. We're using a Year to Celebrate stamp set, and I want to show you, I've been part of a swap for Year to Celebrate, and I'm struggling to decide on which cards I love the most. They're all so cute. So here's one. Isn't that fun? Congrats, congrats, congrats. And that says let's party there, and it opens up like that. So fun. That's one of them. This one says Happy New Year, which is fun, but I think I would change it to say happy birthday since it's a birthday class. So that's card number 2, Possibility. Card number 3, I love, love, love this one. Probably is going to be one of the choices. Isn't that fun? These little birthday blowhorns are so cute. And then this person stamped another one inside. Super cute, right? Show me the love if you see one that you really like. Here is another one. You also get a quarter pack of the Merry Bold and Bright paper, because we're going to be using that a lot on these birthday cards. Isn't that one fun? Nothing inside on that one. I love this one. Kelly Atchison made this one, and she used that foil paper on it, which I think is super fun. And this is a bookbind fold card. I really like that one. So that one is definitely a contender for my class. Somebody very talented made this one. This is actually my card. But I do love it. I love the rhinestones blowing out of the little horn right there. Isn't that cute? And it just says congrats. So it could be used for things other than birthday, right? This one is cute as well. Love that one. It also says congrats. It says on the back here who made this. Jay Cointia. Super cute, right? And I thought this one was cute, but it might be a little much for our mega card class. But they used that birthday birdie, and it's blowing the horn and saying happy birthday to you. Isn't that adorable? I do love this card. We'll see if we can get that in on the mega birthday card class, because I did kind of fall in love with it. But that would just mean you would need the bird set too, which isn't included. So that would be a tough, maybe I'll do it as a little add-on that you can, I'll send you the PDF of it so that you can make it at home if you have that, right? Okay, so that class is coming up. The registration is still open for that. It is a week from this coming Saturday, or you can take it to go. You guys know, yay, Laura. It is so cute, isn't it? There are some very talented demonstrators out there, whose creativity just blows me away all the time. So I will put the link to the mega card class, birthday card class, which includes the Year to Celebrate stamp set. And if you're interested in that, I'm going to close that registration out this weekend so that I can make sure I can get everything out to you before that event. All right. Okay. So I want to show you a couple of cards that I got in the mail. I have a new friend in Midland, Texas. Her name is Kathy Painter, and we met for lunch this week, and she made me this beautiful card. Isn't that so lovely? This is a retired set, but I really did love it when it was around, and she did a beautiful job of making me that card. So thank you, Kathy. And then this one is from my downline friend, Marie Cleary. We were actually friends in Lincoln, Nebraska. She joined my team. She lives in the Houston area. So she's a Texan like me, but we are actually 8 hours apart from each other. Texas is a big state, right? But this was my first handmade Christmas card that I got this year. Thank you, Marie. I think it's gorgeous. I do love it. Okay. All right. Now, for those of you out there that are not demonstrators, we have some new catalogs coming out. We have the new mini catalog. This will go live to customers on January 1st. But if you're a demonstrator, and so if you want to be, or if you want to get in on all the perks of being on a team, you can start ordering out of this. We can start ordering out of this tomorrow. And Celebration is coming up. So Celebration means that for every $50 you spend in January or February, you can choose something free out of the Celebration catalog. And I am loving this Celebration catalog. I think it's going to be a big hit. If you're a demonstrator, we can start getting all these benefits starting tomorrow. So just a reminder for that. If you would like me to get these catalogs in your hands, send me a private message and I would be happy to chat with you about your address and how you can get both of these catalogs so that when January hits, you'll have your list all ready to go for mini catalog and Celebration time. All right. Okay. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so we have some mystery stamping going on. I'm going to turn my camera down because I'm really excited to show you this project today. It's fun. It is a little bit of engineering involved, but I think you're going to be okay with it, to be perfectly honest. And here I am. I'm still having to stamp a little upside down because I still can't figure out why Facebook won't let me flip my camera around the other way. Okay, so what you need to do our mystery stamping project, you need a piece of cardstock, just one full piece, okay? And you need a piece of coordinating designer series paper. I'm using the Walk in the Forest designer series paper. I love this designer series paper because $2 of every pack that is sold is goes to charity. It's their charity paper of the Christmas season. And I'm using this paper from the Walk in the Forest. It's our charity paper, okay? So you probably only need really a half a sheet of designer series paper, but to be safe, let's do a whole sheet, have a whole sheet handy, okay? And then you need some tools. You are gonna need something to score with. I'm gonna use our Stampin' Score cut and score trimmer. Stampin' Up trimmer, that's what it is. I'm gonna use our Stampin' Up trimmer, and you're gonna need a bone folder. some adhesive, obviously, some scissors, some ribbon. Okay, that's the basics of what you really, really need. All right, so I'm going to show you these measurements close and up front right here. You can take, let me go down a little bit more. You can take a screenshot of that or come back and take a screenshot of it later. But on your 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you are going to score it at, on the long side, 2 inches, 6 inches, 6.5 inches, 7 inches, 8 3/4 inches, and 10 3/4 inches, okay? And then on the short edge, which is the 8.5 inch edge, you're gonna score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8, okay? 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I'll leave that here for just a moment so you can take a shot of that if you want, okay? I'm gonna show you another screenshot in a different way in here in just a second. Then you're going to cut some designer series paper. You're going to want 4 panels at 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Vertical, it's going to be a vertical panel, so the longer way should be the upright way, if that makes sense. If you have a pattern to your paper that the direction matters. You want 4 panels that are 1.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. And then you want 1 panel that is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, okay? So hopefully you've had time to take a little screenshot of that. All right, so I'm gonna have these measurements handy right beside me here. So I have my 8.5 by 11, and I am using Old Olive today. Get that cutting blade out of the way. You definitely don't want that in your way. You don't want to cut, you just want to score. Okay, so I'm going to start at 2 inches right here, and I'm doing it upside down, so be patient with me. We're going to score it at 2. We're going to score it at 6. We're going to score it at 6.5. We're going to score it at 7. We're going to score it at 8 3/4. And we're going to score it at 10 3/4. All right. So there's the long side. I've scored it at all those measurements I just gave you. Then I'm going to turn it to the short side, and we're going to do 2, 4, 6, and 8, okay? So line it up, 2, score, 4, 6, and 8. There we go. All right, and I'm going to do some drawing on mine just so that you can see what I'm doing. I don't think I need that anymore. But I'm going to put an X in the sections. I'm going to go ahead, let me go ahead and score all of this along those score lines. There we go. Where's my bone folder? Just score. We'll come back to that one here in a second. Okay, so I'm scoring them all. I'm just going all the way down the same direction for right now. And then there's one right here. We're going to score all of these into the inside of the box. Okay, so it looks like that. And then I'm going to go this way and score everything the other way. Scoring will allow me to be able to show you better what sections we're cutting out, okay? So I'm going to score them all in the long way, everything going the same direction. All right. Okay, So there we go. And I do have a little bit of a score line, a little 1/4 inch score line right here at the top. Thank you, Cindy. I love you when you're here. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so this is our box. This is our little 1/4 inch edge up here at the top, okay? And now I'm gonna put X's everywhere you're gonna cut out the box, okay? So let me grab my pen right here. So this panel, the very first square with the 1/4 inch at the top is going to stay. This all the way across, all the rest of these are going to be cut off, okay? Then we're gonna cut off this panel. We're gonna cut this panel in half. We're gonna totally cut out this panel, and we're gonna cut that panel in half, okay? So this part will go away and that part will go away. Then along this edge here, we're going to go all the way to the bottom. We're going to cut this one totally out. And then everything else is going to be cut just up to that first score line like that. Okay? So let's start cutting. I tell you, that internet, you know, it was supposed to make our life easier, right? And I guess it has in some ways, but if you're doing things online, sometimes it can be a pain. So I'm starting off by cutting off the 1/4 inch panel there at the top, all the way across, and then I'm going to cut this tiny little rectangle out. I'm going very slowly when I do this so that you guys can come back, replay it, be able to see exactly what I'm doing, okay? Then each of these squares up here at the top, I'm going to cut down, but just to that first score line there. Okay? And then these two panels, I'm going to cut. I was wrong about, no, I'm not wrong. I'm right about that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm going to cut this one all the way off. Okay, I'm going to cut this one in half. Like that, okay? So that's what the top will look like when we're done with it. And then on the bottom, all we're doing is cutting out this little skinny rectangle right here on the end. And then we're cutting those panels just up to the score line. Okay, so it's going to look like that. All right. Now, you have this little 2 1/2 inch score lines right here in the middle, okay? We're going to do exactly like we did. Hi, Sue. You know what? It is a beautiful day here in Midland as well. We went and fist bumped our elementary school this morning, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It was a little crisp in the air, but fun. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold the panel inside. Start with the far left for you and fold it inside. And then just between that 6 inch and that 7 inch mark, you're going to cut out a triangle, and I'll show you the picture of this in just a second, so it's okay. Don't worry about it if you don't get it right now. Just between those 2 score lines, you're going to cut a triangle, okay? And then you're going to fold, so it's going to look like that. Then we're going to fold it again, do the same thing, cut a triangle out from this little edge right here. There we go. So now we have 2. Keep it going. Do it one more time. Like that. Now we have 3. And then we're going to do one more right here on this end. A little half one right here. Might go a little bit closer to that square line. There we go. Okay, so I just did that wrong, but we're just not going to worry about it. I should have cut this I should have cut the triangle on this end. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but there we go. Okay, so when we're done, we should have it looking like this. So I'm going to leave this here and let you take a picture of it, okay? A little further down here, okay? So you can see let me refocus. The shaded parts are the parts you're gonna cut out, and you're gonna cut out this little part right there, okay? The solid lines are where you're cutting up to the score lines, okay? So when you're done with your box, it should look like this, okay? You will be able to come back to that, okay? Now, what I like to do is I like to like inch off a little bit on each of my right angles here. Just shimmy off some edges. That will just help everything fold down a little bit easier. You guys are gonna love this when it's done, so stick with me. I think you're gonna like the final result. There is a little bit of cutting and measuring at first, but it's not too bad, actually. Okay, so I'm just taking off those right angles at the corners. There we go. You're going to do the same thing up here at the top, just a little bit on that 1/4 inch panel. A little bit off of these panels. So you're just like taking off a little bit of that bulk so that everything will fold in a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. So I've taken all those shimmies off. All right, now it's time to build our box. Okay, so now right here where these triangles are, I'm now going to fold it vertically like this because I want this part to push in. So I'm folding it in half vertically and just scoring those really well right there. Okay, now I'm going to fold this over like this, and I'm going to adhere this into a box. Okay, so I need to put tear and tape on this little vertical edge right here. And it's important to use a strong tape. So if you don't have, I know, Laura, and that's why I'm trying to go really slow, is so that I know that you won't be able to do it with me, maybe, as I'm doing it. But, you know, try it at home. I would love to give a prize to someone who tries it at home and shares it with me. Okay, so I'm putting tear and tape just on this little 1/2 inch edge right here. And I'm going to use my detailed scissors and pull up that wax paper. And then I just take my box and fold those 4 panels, 2 on this side, over to 2 panels on the other side, and secure that right there. Okay, so now we have a tall, solid image cracker box. I need to cut out a triangle right here. That's the one that I didn't do so hot on. Okay, there we go. So that's what that's gonna look like, okay? So you have these 4 little diamond shapes right in here in the interior. And this is actually going to form like a cracker box like we did before, but this is a more solid box, right? It's gonna be firmer, it's gonna hold things better. Okay, now let's go to this bottom where these 4 panels are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to fold one in and then put adhesive on the opposite side on the inside and fold that in. I'm using Seal Plus because I want a strong adhesive. And then my seam is right here. So this is the back of the box. You want to fold the back of the box in first, fold it up, and then flip it over. More adhesive right here. And we've got our little cracker box that is solid with a folding lid on the top. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now let's add our designer series paper to this. We need a coordinating piece of designer series paper, and we need 4 panels that are cut 1 3/4 by, let me flip this over, 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, okay? So I'm gonna lift this up. I'm gonna put it at 1 3/4 right here. There's a nice little line that goes all the way down so you can get it really straight right there. And I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna do that one more time, 1 3/4. Okay, cut it again. And then we want 4 panels that are 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm just gonna stack those on top of each other and move this to 3 3/4. Make sure everything is lined up straight. And cut a panel right there. Okay. Do that one more time, so that will give me 4 of those. 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, there we go. So there's my 4 panels that are 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. I need 4 panels that are 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. So I'm going to measure that. There's 2, 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. There's 2 more. Oh, what did I do with this one? This one looks like more than 1 1/2, or maybe that one's less than 1 1/2. Let's see. 1, this one's right. Okay, so let's do another one. Another 2, 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. Here we go. And then I need one that is, let me get these scraps out of the way, 1 3/4. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to 1 3/4 and cut it again. And this time, this one is a square, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So remember, at the beginning of this video, if you guys are just now coming on, I give all these measurements at the beginning, okay? So this is what we have now. We have 4 panels that are 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 panels that are 1 3/4 by 1 1/2, and we have one that is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so these panels are going to go on the sides of our box, right like that. Okay, so I'm gonna add some adhesive here and stick each of these to the sides of the boxes. Now, you could do this before you adhered your box all together. That's fine. Let's do it again. Keep going all the way around with these larger panels. Oops, I almost put that upside down. Okay, so this is what I was saying. If your DSP has a direction to it, you want to cut that direction vertically like that. So you want the 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. You want that to be a vertical panel, okay? Or else your design will be upside down or sideways or someplace way it shouldn't do it. Well, why does seal always run out in the middle of a Facebook Live? I don't know, but we will get another one here. I'm going to put this panel here. My seal just ran out. Okay, and then I'm going to grab another one. Since this is just a panel going on, I can use regular seal. It'll be fine. Doesn't have to be the super strong kind. Okay, so there's my 4 side panels. Okay, and then I've got my 1 3/4 by 1 1/2 panels. They're going to go on these 4 sides. Marcia, thanks for watching me. I'm sorry you had a CT scan today. We'll have to talk later about what that's all about. I don't like the thought of that. Okay, second one. These are our 1 3/4 by 1 1/2 panels. There it is. I thought I lost one, but I see it. It did not get away from me. Right like that. Okay. And then here's my 4th one. Yes, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in mine here in just a second, Cindy. It is super fun. Oops, see, I almost put those trees upside down. Got to pay attention. Can't talk and do a Facebook Live and be sociable at the same time. Okay, and then this is the lid, and that is where this very last panel is going to go, the one that's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And I'm going to have it facing towards the lip of my box right here. So I'm going to put some adhesive there and turn it right like that. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put inside of mine before I close it up. I bought these adorable lip balms at Home Goods. I'm sure your Home Goods would have them too. I love Home Goods, but any kind of lip balm or anything would be cute. I like, gosh, how do I choose? I bought 2 packages of them. I think I'm going to choose this one right here. I'm going to put that inside. And then I also love to gift these little Christmas hand sanitizers from Bath & Body Works. That's super fun too. So I'm going to put these in so that they fall down to the bottom part of our box, okay? Now, the fun thing about these boxes is we have 2 sections, so we're going to fill up that top section as well with, I love these chocolates. These are from Home Goods as well, and every season they come out with different foil wrappings on them, but they are delicious Italian chocolates. And these have a snowman and a Santa on them. Aren't those fun? So at the top of my box here, I am going to fill it with a few of these. I'm wondering if I should. I'm not going to. Okay, so there is my gifty things that I'm putting inside of my boxes. So it does need to be a little bit smaller, but you know, these lip balms are fun, festive, and they measure about 3 inches by 1 inch, and they easily fit in the bottom of this box with that hand sanitizer, okay? So then I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive, right here on my lip. Maybe I'll use a piece of tear and tape since my Seal Plus just, tear and tape is exactly 1/4 of an inch wide, so it'll fit right on that lip right there. That's a good idea, Cindy. See, aren't these boxes great for that? And I love that they, you know, they get the chocolate surprise and then they'll open it further and they'll see the lip balm and everything else inside. Yes. So hemp lotions are, I love hemp lotions too. So those are, okay, so there's our box all closed up. So let's decorate it. We're going to get some ribbon. And I'm going to use about a grid paper length of it there. And I'm going to wrap my ribbon around in this like folded in part, the cracker part of the box. And I'm going to tie it in a bow here. Will you guys give me the grace of flipping this around to tie my bow so it's a decent bow here? Really hard to tie bows upside down. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that so cute? Now, a box would not, a gift box especially, would not be complete without a tag. So I went ahead and cut from my Nested Shapes dies, Nested Essential dies, this medium rounded corner rectangular tag. And I am using the Merriest Trees bundle because it just matches this really well. This paper was intended to kind of go with this stamp set. So, hang on, my lid is not wanting to stay shut there. Okay, so I am using this stamp right here that says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." I'm grabbing my old olive. And I am going to stamp it on this Nested Essentials tag label. Now you can use any stamp set, any label you wanted. And I'm going to turn mine a little bit sideways like that. See, it says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." Super cute, isn't it? And then I'm going to grab a couple of other things here. For this one, I'm going to use Pretty Peacock and a crushed curry. There's a little star right here that comes in this stamp set, and I'm going to stamp the star on top of the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." Right there. Cute, right? And then I'm going to put a little tree stump at the bottom. I like to treat my friends too. You're probably like me. I love gift giving. It's kind of my love language. And, well, it is my love language. And, okay, I'm going to stamp the tree base right there. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is take that same triple tag punch that we used last week. I'm going to insert my corner into this tag punch. I'm going to turn it upside down, make sure that I'm seeing white inside that little slit. Press that straight down. There we go. Gives me a little notch in there. I'm going to grab some baker's twine. I'm using white. I'm going to fold it in half, feed it through that notch. There we go. And then I take the loop and grab the other side and pull it through. That's a slip, I think it's a slip knot is what that's called. All right, so now I'm going to separate this apart. I'm going to put one end of my baker's twine underneath my bow. and I am going to tie it on to my ribbon. There we go. And there is our little mystery project of the day. I hope you guys like this. Name some things you might put inside the box. I also like to make homemade caramels. So that would be something fun to fill in this box. They're all wrapped in wax paper, so they won't leak through, right? The cardstock. Here's another one I made today when I was working. This is with that same Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper. This has more of the pretty peacock in it. So I used the pretty peacock for the We Wish You a Merry Christmas and the pretty peacock cardstock there. So here are two that I made just this morning. And I have to be honest, when I woke up, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And I remembered that I saw boxes similar to this at Bath & Body Works just this Thanksgiving when I was there. They are selling their lotions and things inside boxes just like these. And the good thing for us is that we can make them ourselves, right? So follow along. Yeah, hi, Kathy. Follow along. Take it step by step. You can stop the video when you need to and restart it when you need to. But I put all of the measurements at the beginning of the video and the pictures and everything else. So I hope you guys will like this. And let me flip this around. There we go. Thank you everyone for watching me today. I don't know if you can tell by my eyes, but I'm a little tired today. I helped put on a party last night for 71 women at my church. It was a tacky Christmas party, and it was a hoot. We had a great time, but I spent the whole day prepping for it yesterday, and last night didn't get in till really late. My husband texted me and was like, "Are you coming home?" So anyway, it was super fun. So I hope you guys like my little solid. They're more solid than the other cracker boxes we made. They hold more heavy stuff, right? I hope you guys like this project. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Rewatch the video, take it slow, step by step, and I think you're going to have a lot of success with making these boxes. So God bless everybody. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you next Monday. Bye-bye.